So it wasn't long ago that Manchester City got bought out by oil barons to be a powerhouse. Before that, they actually weren't very good, losing heavily to teams such as Middlesbrough and United. But since the money arrived, they've won 14 trophies, and they're only domestic trophies under 3 incredible managers, one being Pep, who has lifted the Champions League. As today, we're gonna try and have to repeat that. We've reversed time back to 2008, where Mark Hughes is the manager and we've got a different badge. As can this man himself win 14 trophies before 2024, beating real life. That, of course, is the challenge, as you guys love the retro rebuild of Man United, so here we are with City. Not very good. I mean, we've got one of my favourite players, Micah Richards, in the team, and he's only 20 years old. This is what we look like. You can see this is where money came into the picture with Robinho up front. And then the rest of the team, it's good, it's alright, but it's not truly the best, and we've got to make it the best. No big rules with this one, just Manchester City things, as this is where the money came into the Citizens. £231 million. But of course, we've got to remember the last save we did with this, the last rebuild we did with this, and shout out to the creator of the mod. It's linked in the description. Shadowboy32. Big helping hand, as we've got to help ourselves to beating this incredible Man United team. We've got to overcome it, and that's going to be difficult, as we didn't make many signings with them. We'll definitely do with City, as our style of play's got to be. Let's go real life, tiki-taka. Under Guardiola, I mean, it's very slow build-up. We don't want to be as slow as that. But can Mark Hughes do with this tactic? I don't know, as I've just bought loads of coaches. We need all the help we can get, and we will change the formation up. I want to go with this one. I want a centre forward in the team, because that's where we're going to play Robinho, as this is the best team we can actually make on paper. I mean, it's okay. Joe Hart in between the sticks, and also on the bench, a very young Kasper Schmeichel. Will we get the best out of him and get the best out of this other player? Kieran Trippier is 17 years old. I mean, we are going to loan him out. Same with Daniel Sturridge, who's here. As I think first season, well, we've got to mimic real life just a little bit with David Silva. Says he's a striker though, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't play there unless we change the formation, which of course we could do. Not against doing it, as I'm going to pay 110. Please accept. 156 million. I think we can do better, so I'm going to deny Emre, who is in charge of Valencia at this point. I actually didn't know that, as I want an actual out-and-out midfielder, as maybe the second best option is Andreas Iniesta. As this is huge, we are rewriting history, as Mark Hughes welcomes Andreas Iniesta straight to the midfield, as I think just one more signing season number 1. I'm going to let Joe Hart slip, and I'm going to just go for a left back. And I think the perfect option for now, anyway, is Maxwell, another Brazilian. They're having a Brazilian takeover, as here he is at City. And I love this player because he's a left back called Maxwell. That's where I played, and that's my name. Without the well part, as this is our new team. I'm trusting Elano, and I'm trusting the entire squad. And I'm trusting Joe Hart as Dedrick Boyata, and then Daniel Sturridge with a 2-year loan to Cardiff City. Wow. Did not expect that. Caicedo going on loan as well. Logan, a lot of players, but how are we going to do? So how do you reckon we have done in the league? You can see Sunderland, Wigan and Hull are the teams going down. I love the retro badges, as unfortunately the kits I have on does not have the retro badge. But speaking of kits, Soccer Deal Shop are the sponsors of the channel. They do retro kits, just replica kits, and all for very cheap prices. You can even use the code you just saw on screen a second ago, but if you just want to help the channel normally, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Helps massively, more than you believe. As you can see in this table, 5th position. Not exactly the best, and I believe in this season we've started with, City won the league beforehand, but Chelsea here. So yeah, not too cracking because we was in the Community Shield and Arsenal went and beat us. Not the best overall. We've got 14 trophies to win, and we don't win the FA Cup, don't win the Carabao, and also don't win the Champions League. We were out to Celtic 4-4, 8-7 on penalties. A terrible result. How is the team actually looking? Ooh, not too great. Okay, I mean, Hart's done well. The defense, not so much. I mean, Maxwell's gone down in overall, as we cannot rely on Valery Bozhinov and also Iniesta, who were our top scorers. Yeah, that first season, I'm not a big fan at all. I want to change the shape of this team, and you might not expect it. Because what we're going to do is going to change City forever, and the money's going to change us. 228 million. It has gone down a lot as I want to utilize Dunn. I know he's not a great player, but he's been at City a while, I guess. Won't be here for long, as this is the shape. You can see a 3 at the back and a more attacking midfield line. Because I trust these defenders, I think Dunn in the long-term future is replaced by Zabaleta, if he can play centre-back, that is. And of course, we have got to go ahead and sign not just a goalkeeper, but attackers. Joe and Bozhinov are out of here. As soon as I find, there he is. What a beautiful looking man. It's just a match made in heaven. We've got to get Aguero, and it's a young Sergio Aguero, still at Atletico de Madrid. And we'll train him as a striker, of course. Don't care how much he actually cost us. This one is non-negotiable. He's here, back at City. And Trippier's going out on loan. Don't think we'll actually see the best out of him, as that's the formation that we're going for. Just more improvements now. Want to make sure we go ahead and win the Europa League. We've got 14 trophies to win. And so far, we've got 0. So as much as I would bloody love to give Hart a go, I've got to get a different keeper, and I'm going Diego Alves. Won't cost all of our money, and he is, of course, an improvement, leaving us a little bit of cash to go and get Guedes. Do remember the name, but not how you bloody say it, as Alves comes in afterwards for 42.8, giving us this team to go into the new season with. I'm worried about the other striker, but still, we rock with it. As I am hoping for a better finish than 5th. We've got Cardiff, Derby, and Wolves teams going down, but have we gone down? We have. 7th, 60 points overall, and Manchester United winning the Premier League. This isn't what we want, but hey, this is what we want. We actually beat them in the FA Cup final, so that is our first trophy. 13 more to go, and did we have an easy run? I mean, we beat Sheffield Wednesday, Spurs 4-2, you know. Not an easy run, as Chelsea are doing very well this save, and we weren't in the Champions League. We weren't in the World Cup. It's just called the UEFA Cup, which we did win. We beat CSKA Moscow, so 2 trophies. Very, very nice. We beat Panathinaikos. We beat Palermo, a good team. And then we beat Arsenal. Just why not in the league? I think I know why, actually. Because Robinho and Aguero not being playing. Then again, Iniesta, a 90 overall as our best players this season. In a relegated side, Sturridge got 21 goals. But yeah, you can see there is no Robinho or no Aguero. So their positions have cost them, which we need to sort out. But first, we'll do Maxwell. Changed him to a left mid. No need for any left backs, and Zabaleta to a centre back. They should have done that IRL, as Robinho to a cam. Now it keeps his position or rating the same, but he should be in the team now. As Aguero though, he's 1 week off changing, and still I want to change the striker at the side of him. As yes, I know Bozhinov has scored a lot of goals, but it's just not what I'm looking for. I might actually try sell him. With Joe on the bench, or could we sell Benjani? Because the first player I want to sign is, of course, a lot of money. And no, it's not David Silva. Of course, we've already got Aguero, who is now a striker. Thought it'd take his rating up. As the reason I talk of selling is because our money's not up. 117 million because we fell to the Europa League. And now I believe we're actually not in anything. The team's mostly on international duty, and I don't know about this season. Because, yeah. Oh, hang on. No, we did win the Europa League. So we are back in the Champions League and do want to win everything. These board objectives are getting out of hand as I want to sign this man. The man with the best song ever, Mario Gomez. But he's going to cost a little bit more, or just under what we want. But of course, we've got to pay him a wage. So we've got to get rid of some players. As the first one, Richard Dunn, probably City's biggest legend, apart from Aguero, of course. The pre-money legend, as he's actually going to Chelsea. Selling him to a rival, maybe not the best thing to do. But it does give us that money, and I'm going to offer 110 million because he's just turned 25, literally, since the last time we saw him. 117, I mean, that is absolutely fine. Let's go and get Mario to make a cruel partnership. This man with Aguero is going to be deadly. But look how this team looks. Of course, you can't see the ratings because we've got a lot of international players, and we have got a bench that is better than expected. Ben Haim, I don't know where he's come from, but he's on the bench with Howardez. Absolutely loving it. As just wingers we really need now, but with 11 million left, it could have just been one signing, relying upon trophies again. In fact, I don't want to sign anyone, but I want to check the ages. Our wingers are getting pretty old, and of course, they are our weakest position. Also, Alano, who needs to get that armband off him. We've got a captain in our team, and we've not gave him the armband yet. That's right, it's this man, Vincent Kompany, of course. It just had to be Vincent, as this is our team from now on. Hoping the big man has done us some justice in this season as his old club, or new club should I say, Burnley in real life, going down rock bottom. He's just coached them and somehow got the job at Bayern Munich as it's Champions League. We haven't won it. No, goal difference free. 3 goals, 81 bloody points, but United still win the league. That's a trophy down, man. I mean, we did even get the better of them. We've won the Community Shield, but that makes me feel bad. Shows that head-to-head, we were actually the better team as we've even won the cup. We are the best team in England by a country mile because we've flicked to the Carabao Cup and we've won that as well. Add 3 trophies to our tally. 9 more to go now as in the Super Cup. I mean, United did thrash us there. 3-0, so fair dues. But we were in the Champions League with a very difficult group, which we topped equally and won on goal difference over Juve. Finally winning on goal difference as Zenit are in this game right here. I love that. Even Hamburg as we beat Real Madrid. We then go on to Arsenal, beat them 3-2, and then on to Milan to get Juve in the final, who of course we topped the group against us. Oh, no. Just the 3 trophies. We lose in the final. Still should be a little more money. As you can see why we are winning now. Our team's a lot better rated. Gomez higher than Aguero. That I did not expect, as look at our players. 2 appearances. Sturridge up to an 83. Oh, I did loan him to Everton. That's probably the reason why. He may have just come back or gone, but he has done amazing. As I believe in Season 4, well, we have lost a defender, but we've got to get him onto the bench. Daniel Sturridge, there he is. We're going to take Joe out, and maybe we could sell him. Well, him, Castillo, he's got a very good unibrow. Caicedo, another one. And then Bejrani still here. Or Benjani, I can't say that. Glauber can go on the bench. Kasper Schmeichel could get sold. And even Stephen Ireland. That's a lot of backup players, as in our first team, there's one change. It's got to be Alano, because he's 30-year-old. And you might be thinking, Max, why not Petrov? He's 32, but we do, of course, have Maxwell, 84 on the wing. Alano's been out of position, and he won't train as a centre mid. So yes, to the transfer list. Oh, wait, he's already on it. Transfer listed a lot of players, as Mark Hughes still in charge, and we've got £251 million to spend overall. Got to spend it wisely, and one thing that doesn't look wise, Xabi Alonso at Tottenham, think we should save him. In his final year of contract, I cannot let him stay there. We've got Iniesta, Aguero. We have bought from the Spanish league. So he can try and join us, and we can throw money around. 90 million at him. And that, of course, is accepted. Alonso and Iniesta in the midfield together. I mean, it could have happened in Spain, but definitely not with the El Clasico stuff. First time at club level, I believe, unless I'm wrong right there. But £90 million leaves us still over 100 million. In fact, £152 million. So we need a winger, and we need a winger better than Ronaldo, because of course, he's at Man United. And what about this guy, Frank Ribery, the beast? Of course, he never went to an English team, so it would be his first time here. Never getting the opportunity, as now we need to give a good wage or transfer sum. 129, that is not accepted. Has he won the Ballon d'Or or something? I don't have a clue. So 150 million plus Petrov is agreed upon. Snazzily lining him up in a Manchester City shirt. Love he's in the Premier League, and love it if he starts scoring. Of course, Petrovic had to leave, but we do have a decent bench player. We've got Maxwell on the bench, as I wouldn't mind another centre-back here. But in order to get one, we've of course got to sell players. That's a loan to Wigan. I don't understand it, but we've sold Joe to PSG for a whopping 65.7 million. Enjoy your time there, buddy, and I will enjoy the money from you. As all that making money's left us with 60 million. So I want Raul Albiol. He will only be a backup, of course, but a good one at that, as he doesn't actually want to sign. So instead, I've had to opt for Domenico Criscito. As will our team actually be better than United's? I think it actually should be. Newcastle get relegated? About time in one of these saves, because they're not too great. Manchester United in 7th, and City win the league. That is 6 trophies, and get in there, lads. I mean, United had a bad season, but they stopped us winning the Community Shield, but could not stop us winning the FA Cup. That is another trophy, as beat Liverpool in the semis. And then the Carabao Cup, it was literally the opposite way around, because I did see this before going into it. Beat Liverpool, and then Spurs, 4-2 on aggregate, so another 2 trophies, but still more to check on. The Champions League one. As of course, no Super Cup. Juve beat Marseille, which we hope to be in, of course, as we whitewash our group, beating then Inter 6-1, and then Napoli 7-3, and then Valencia 4-3. We're into the Champions League final, where Manchester City beat Bayern. 3-1 for a finale game is a huge, huge scoreline. Another trophy into the cabinet, as I'm going to show you this team right now. When Gomez is not playing, Aguero is 94 rated. And yeah, the reason he's not playing is because this guy, I don't even know who he is. My ball knowledge is going to be terrible. But Bonjnov, 89 rated. As did he score most goals? No, but he did get 33. But Aguero with 44. As into Season 5, and time to look alive. The ratings did just get affected when I simmed to the next season. Had to do a mini restart. I think I crashed the game myself, but the trophies have counted, and the budget is hired to almost 300 million. As I'm looking at our competitions, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If we won everything this season, the challenge would be over, but of course, that's a big if. Or actually, we need 5 trophies, so we could actually lose one, then of course win the Champions League. I do want to play that finale once we make it to one, as none of the lone boys doing too good. Of course, Bonjnov, I don't know why he's that good, and don't know why he's that bloody hard to say, as the only position we don't really have is a backup central midfielder. So Tony Kroos, if we could of course change his position around, it shouldn't take too long. Robinho is our cam in this team. And somehow, don't ask me how, we do still have Ilano, who I'm going to try and sell this season. He's turned 31 years old. And one thing I'm really proud about is never needing a defender. We've had 3 solid men in Micah, Company, and Zab. As there is Tony Kroos, the German joins City. Another one, or should I say another victim, of the spending spree of course, City. David Silva never been a victim, as there we go. The weakest player is Cristiano, but we've just signed the lad. And that's all we really can do. There is nothing else I want to do, but one thing this season, I want to check the Ballon d'Or. If Aguero doesn't win it, there is something seriously wrong, but as well, it could be Iniesta. He got so many assists last year. And of course, Valery Bonijov. I've called him a different name every single time. I'm going to actually renew his contract. As who are the nominees? Well, Gomez is in there with a Torres, Messi, Aguero, I believe, is behind the graphic. As any of ours winning it? Yes, it's going to be someone. If this is actually Gomez, I'm going to flip. It's not. It's Aguero. A bloody worthy winner. Sergio Aguero, unlike real life, wins the Ballon d'Or with City. As this does not count as a trophy, so don't worry, it doesn't hurry us up anymore. But still, a very good occasion. A Ballon d'Or winner is managed by Mark Hughes. This man was sacked from Bradford last season in League 2 and now is in charge of the team you see in front of you. Very good ratings. I think we should still go up a little. Have we won every trophy? Only one who isn't 90 rated, as I believe this team should have took over our United one, and Tony Kroos seems he doesn't want to be a centre mid, doesn't want to defend, as could he win the Ballon d'Or again, because Aguero this season has scored 40 goals. Robinho even getting a lot, as Burnley going down again. Sorry to Vincent Kompany, our centre-back in the squad. One defeat, 1 L all season, 100 goals scored, and 91 points. That, of course, is enough to land City a trophy, as then they win the Community Shield, go back to the cabinet quickly, as there's another one to go into it, and the FA Cup. Just a domestic treble, just like that. Just as smooth as you like to see it. Leaving only 2 trophies that do, of course, need winning. Carabao Cup, 1 over Chelsea. But here is the twist. I actually like this twist as well. We didn't win the Super Cup this season, so it's all on the Champions League. If we do make the final and win it, we've completed the challenge. That's 14 trophies in a quicker amount of time as real life, as we have won our group, and we've already beaten the real life record, domestic record that is. They've won 14 trophies between 2008 and 2024, which of course is the year we're in right now, as we got Inter again, beating them 4-2. They must be bloody bored of us, as we beat Barcelona, which, if I'm not mistaken, Guardiola's at. As then in the semi-finals, both games go into penalties. We lose to Lyon, but look at the other game. Even though we failed the challenge, I can't help but laugh at 18-17 on penalties between Liverpool and Madrid. As yeah, it's going to be Liverpool and Lyonnais in the final, beaten by Lyonnais, and that ain't a good feeling. Encore, encore. It's a season number 6, which I hope we bloody win everything in, because this is crucial. We have to finish on the Champions League, as this is our squad. Now, Alonso's not a 90, but I think I'll let that slip. He has to stay in the team, as this team could win everything. Of course, we've got no Super Cup, but we do have a big budget, 317 million. That is incredible, especially in the hands of Mark Hughes, as of course the board want us to win the Barclays, the FA Cup, and the Champions League. Obviously, as expected, as there's only one position we need, a bench, another centre-back, Diego Godin's that man. As I don't know why I'm negotiating, I could literally pay anything. He is mine. He is now Manchester City property. Oh, but not straight away. They actually want to be cheeky with Alonso, but I am, of course, going to reject that. Going to offer 99 million. As unlike us that can afford everything, they can't afford to turn that down. 100 million goes to Lazio, and we get Godin. Beautiful, as now we just turn to our weakest player again. It's Maxwell, as speaking of wingers, whilst we're on the point of Maxwell. Yeah, Ribéry's of course been amazing, but I never expected Wright Phillips to be a 90 rated. Sean Wright Phillips, that is. He went to New York in real life, I think, as Hatem Ben Arfa we need a skillful player. I've gone for an enjoyment player, actually more than what we need. Maybe cost us in the end, but again, another winger joining our ranks. And he's very young in this save, actually. We just paid his release clause, you know. We made of money. He stays in the reserves. As I was going to say, we didn't have a centre mid. We've got Gelson Fernandez. Also, Stephen Ireland still here. And Krishkito. And Ilano. I forgot all about him. We actually managed not to sell him. As do we need anybody else? No. But we're going on a saviour mission. Gareth Barry somehow has ended up at Chelsea. And I will not stand for that one little bit. We've brought him back to City colours. There he is. Beautiful little kit. Just screams retro, the thomascook.com. I love it, and I love this team. But does it have a Ballon d'Or winner? As I've just simmed through the entirety of October and no graphics popping up, so I don't think anybody's won it. One trophy needed. That is literally it. We could lose everything and then go and win the Champions League, which I wouldn't mind doing. I just saw Blackpool got relegated, and we don't need to wait because we've won the Premier League. 14 trophies already. And that cabinet, I pray for how it looks, because we also had the Community Shield and the FA Cup beating Arsenal 3-0. But the Carabao Cup actually goes to Fulham. Had them trophies still, though. We had to give it a break, as we did top our UCL group right there. Atletico no wins, and they go home with a whimper as we beat Real Madrid 5-1. We have got an OP team to then go ahead and get United, beating them 4-2 and beating Marseille 5-3. The final will be us against Barcelona, and is Guardiola there, either as player or manager? I mean, the only Guardiola I see at the moment is Mario Guardiola, Navario, who's not him. So it's not really his time, and an injury for the final. Ribery, no! He was one I wanted to use. Obviously not now, as where are our wingers? I believe where is Maxwell? Maxwell's 81 rated. So yeah, Hatem Ben Arfa, it's going to have to be him. He is the worst player in this team, and I never expected to use him. Never mind bloody sign him, as Aguero again with 43 goals, Gomez 30, and Ribery 23. So unbelievably glad we signed Iniesta from this club, and Alonso, the old rivalry. We've got an OP team. Ben Arfa just needs to step up, as that's a ball out to Wright Phillips. I know they should have Messi, and that's Gareth Bale at left back, and that's a weird thing, but also Barcelona when he did go to Real. As Hatem Ben Arfa on a run, he's gave it into Iniesta against his former club. Iniesta is away and gave it to Robinho. 1-0 City, and it is, of course, an old Brazilian who didn't work out at City, but is working out here. Slipped across by Andres Iniesta, and that is terrible defending. It actually was Bale's fault. Terrible goal to concede, as I've also worked out another thing. That's Thierry Henry on the wing. He should be pretty old by now. But Ferdinand in the middle, and Yaya Toure is a centre mid for them, as our team's just amazing. Mario Gomez is away. What a save by Frey. Unbelievable little stop. But still, we've got the corner. Wright Phillips looking for company. Still comes out to Iniesta. Header back into Robinho. I don't know why I'm shooting there. Didn't get the angle right, as Thierry Henry on the run right here. A ball around the corner. Diego Alves off his line. Very good reading, as now Phillips, Wright Phillips, is going to run. Can he get it over the top? He looks towards Naldo, and Gomez takes the ball off him. Mario Gomez! Get the song on repeat, because he's only gone and scored. Super Mario with the goal in Benfica, and that is a brilliant little finish. Can you believe it didn't play him at one point? Because of how good we are, they can't even live with it. It's like Mark Hughes has invented Guardiola football before he did, and Robinho on the run. It is Gomez through again. A brilliant save by the keeper, as I thought we'd have to take it early, because of course Bale will have pace. Almost fell for Micah Richards. Gets the ball back. It is Micah with the shot. Had to be tried, didn't it? As Gomez, Mario Gomez. Can he find an option right here? He's got it into Robinho. Wright Phillips stays onside. Come on, we do need 3-0 here. Ooh, I thought the keeper was going to put it in his own net with that shot right there. Unfortunately, no. And Torre with the ball into Messi. Samuel Eto'o. Company's run away from him. It's Eto'o. It's 2-1. The game is back on again. Samuel Eto'o. Well, I didn't expect him to be scoring. I thought it would be Messi, but he actually is selfish. Selfish? I meant to say less selfish or unselfish at the same time, as Phillips needs to try and get the ball away. Panicking a bit now as now Xabi with the ball over the top. Right, Phillips, dink that in. It's not going to reach the back post. The game turning on its head as Eto'o was slightly through right there. Torre, what a bad pass back. And he's tackled by his ex-teammate Iniesta. And now Gomez puts it through to Aguero. He's in behind of Ronaldo. It's Sergio Aguero. He ain't missing that chance. Manchester City legend Sergio Aguero sits on the advertisement boards. And that is a goal that should win us the Champions League. Whatever happens with this, it should be the final whistle as Obi Mikel kicks it out and the whistle is blown, meaning that trophy cabinet gets more crowded with the Champions League. Big result here, people. City win the league and it's in Portugal where we don't lose many games. And company to lift it. He's a manager, of course, hoping to lift it with Bayern, but he lifts it with City. His fairy tale ending is if you want your club to have one in the past, comment below for another team. Or if you want one right now, there's a Man United one on the channel, or click either of my hands for another video.